what you see? A freak like me? Do you like what you see? I'll take the blame for all the shame that you dish out. There's not enough soap to wash the filth that haunts my mouth. Don't need any extra attention. If I were you, I'd keep my distance. I'm no hero, I'm no idol. There's no verse you'll find in the Bible, but I need saving. So they say, yeah. So while I pray on prayers and judgment stares, I can't help it, but I'm wondering, do you like what you see? A freak like me? An escape from all reality and dreams. Do you like what you see? The
Chatters. Chatters, my chatters. Cat rock, cat rock.
Yeah, I don't make the effort, it's just like my Zephyr. Hit you in the chest while I'm playing checkers, peeling back the layer. You see the tear, show you them peaches, cause nothing compares.
I've suffered so much already.
And maybe I'm a
I
little
swear to
too
God.
blunt, but
I was like, oh, I'm getting a new nice mouse mat. It's the Tubbo one. I'm gonna take the best cat. I did not take it. The amount of spills this bad boy has already seen. I just spilled. Like I was like, oh, I'll open my little drink, and then I just put it down a bit too forcefully. And then he just splashed half of it. Streamer. So true. The Rip Bozo, the mouse mat integrity, like it's still fine, but it definitely has like a few like paint splash bits. Where I was drawing something and I accidentally went over the edge of my paper, like I'm 2 years old. It happens. But today, what is happening is Minecraft time. Let's go, guys. Who up mining, who up crafting, you know? Shadows, how are you? How are you, lads? Or me when I'm mining and perhaps crafting. That is so true. That is so damn true. There we go. In time, in the craft we go. Pulling up the classic playlist. I am excited. I don't really know what we're gonna work on exactly. I have kind of an idea. Last time we did the waterfall, and now we kind of need to do the main like starter base area, but low key maybe we won't, who knows. Maybe we'll do the windmill. I don't really know. All I know right now is I wanna run around in Minecraft and gather some stuff and have a bit of a yap chat, because I miss you. I miss streaming more frequently. Rip Bozo to my ability to do that at the moment, but oh my gosh, Tavadans, hi Aether, how are you? Goat, how are you? Let me put this stuff here. We don't have enough space in that chest. I should really upgrade it, but I can't be asked. I cannot be asked right now. There we go, stone here. I think, did I put gravel here? Did I put gravel to nature? I don't know. Oh yeah, I'd be dancing, let's go! Goat behavior, to be honest. Good behavior. Go, we'll just leave it like that. Let's redo my little order. Hellos. How are you, chatters? Well, how has your life been? Hi, Sandy. Is anything cooking? Nope, nothing be cooking, but we do need, I think we're gonna do some harvesting right now, just because the food supply is looking a bit barren, and I kind of want to go into it a bit more. But yeah, since I last saw you, which was what day? Man, my sense of time at the moment is really bad because I'm just working all the time. Old. refresh this tab with my calendar on it. Friday? Is that right? Yes. Surely. Friday? Yes! Friday. We did Stardew, we did Tiny Life. Okay. I was refreshed mentally. Oh my gosh, hi! 270 is actually so crazy. Thank you so much, James. You're the goat. Absolutely good. Also, thank you to all the goats who renewed or otherwise paid forward their Summerthon subs. I really appreciate it. It means a lot. Obviously, don't do it if you can't afford to, but if you can, it is a huge help. So, hashtag goats in the Twitch chat. Let's do some harvesting. Harvest o'clock. So since I last saw you, I have done truly an irrationally high amount of work on my thesis. It is that serious at the moment. And by an irrational amount, I think in the past... How much did I actually write since we last spoke? I was like, oh, I finished an entire chapter. I did... Me and Elle together went through my entire paper that I had written so far, which is about 28 pages or so, and did very extensive sort of edits and rewrites on Sunday. And ironically, I was like, oh yeah, we'll sit there and just like have him give like little notes using the like word function. It'll be fast, it'll be fine. It was not fast. It was really, really helpful though, because obviously if you don't know, holy moly, I know. If you don't know, Elle works as a university research assistant. So he has, despite being not in the same discipline as me, he has the most background in like academic fucking guidelines and like writing and shit of everyone I know really, and also has a background obviously in like academic writing in English. Also important. So I was like, yeah, we'll do this together, and like he'll just write little like notes using the like his word function. We took a break for like shower and food or something, but we unironically worked from 2 a.m. Not 2 a.m. sorry, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. It was not a nighttime activity. From 2 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. with about like half hour, 45 minutes break for food and shower. But yeah, so like about 6+ hours of review, but it really, really benefited. I actually was able to reduce about like a good amount of the stuff from the mega extra long chapter that I had worked on because it was just too much. What? And I think the paper you guys locked the fuck in. Yeah, we absolutely locked the fuck in. It was really, really good. And I think the paper turned out way better. And we're going to do another session once I've written like the second half of the thesis, essentially. Because, fun fact, I had finished the analysis of the chapter I was analyzing. That was like the big one, which is like 27,000 characters alone, just that one chapter. Once we reached the end, Elle was so upset at how the episode I was analyzing ended that he's like, I'm refusing to ever read this chapter again. So anything you do after this on editing, you'll have to do myself. And it was just like, fair enough, because the ending is really rough. The ending is really, really awful. It happens, guys. But yeah, now I'm analyzing another episode now. I've written like 5 pages already. I'm absolutely locking the fuck in. So I think combined the last 3 days, obviously we had the rewrites on Sunday, so I didn't write that much new content then, but the other 2 days I wrote about like 10 pages maybe more. I don't know, locking the fuck in, guys. I'm locking the fuck in. On the plus side, the episode I'm writing about now is less upsetting, okay? It is less upsetting. But also, I was thinking about this, guys, because I'm currently at 94,000 characters. The maximum amount you're allowed is 120. And I still have 2 more analytical chapters left. So that in case I actually hit limit or get close to limit in correlation to how much analysis I have to write and how much, like, because I still need to write a conclusion, obviously, which counts as theory, like a theory part, not really analysis. Slash is like a hybrid. I might just leave out the... I might leave out the other, like, one or two of the other episodes I was going to analyze, just because I don't think I'll have the space. And just be like, yeah, we're just gonna stop, like, depending on if I can get the next other episode in, we will just stop at, like, 2010. This happens. Just because I feel like it's way easier to just not write about a certain chapter and a certain episode than cut stuff that I've already written, you know? So, but again, I'm running into issues I've never had. I've never had the problem of having too much to say about a topic. But it makes sense, because this is, like, my absolute academic, like, favorite topic. And I think there's a lot of material, and there's a lot of things to be said. And this is actually crazy, chat, by the way. I was like, oh, you know, when I started my degree many years ago now, I was very worried about ever going to uni and doing a bachelor's, because I was like, what the fuck unique contribution to the world will I ever make? You know what I mean? Anyone feel that when you're like, what the fuck? Because you're meant to make some sort of original scientific contribution, right? Some sort of unique commentary. And I was always like, what the fuck would I ever do? Like, I was so scared of that was one of the reasons for a long time. What degree again? English. I know, but like, you know, I still was like, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, why is there chickens in here? And the fact, I was like, huh? Nice, yeah. I'm an English major, it happens. Happens to the best of us, you know? I was so concerned about this whole, what the fuck can I uniquely say about anything? But that was one of the reasons why I at first didn't go to uni. I actually took a gap year. Howdy chat. Oh my god, Nova with the 20... with the 20... Oh, I'm sorry, the 32 months.
Howdy chat.
Thank you so much for the 32 months. How are you doing, Queen? I hope you're doing well. I'm yapping about my degree at the moment. Hashtag slay. But yeah, that was one of the reasons why I didn't immediately go to uni after finishing school. But my thesis topic is not even like just mildly rare or something. Literally 0 people have ever written about this topic, at least from what you can publicly see. They might have privately written a thesis, but like anything that's like on the internet, not existing. What's the topic? It's trans representation in Law and Order Special Victims Unit. In general, LGBT representation in that show being analysed is really rare. There's exactly one other thesis that has ever been written about it. And it was like something that I originally looked at as potentially a source for mine. OG, my roommate would love you. Holy shit, slay. She wants us on a SVU. Yeah, like SVU, it's very interesting. One of the works that I use is actually like, what is it called? What's the title? It's like something contradiction. It has the word contradiction in it. Which is it's a good work. Like not perfect. It's definitely got some flaws, the analysis, but where is it? What I'm looking for? Let me look, because it has a great title. Is this about? Yes, contradictory feminism is the title of this work that I also reference. This is contradictory feminism, SVU, and the queers who love it, because apparently there's a large queer fan base of the show, which I didn't know this was like a thing, but apparently it is. And like I went in like as someone who also likes this show, but I like a lot of problematic media. There's a lot of shows I enjoy that have, especially if they've been going on for like years or decades, have some truly shit episodes. And SVU is not an exception, because that show's been on the air for 25 years. Like, damn, a lot of shit in there. But yeah, so there's only one person I'm too sensitive for SVU. That is fair. That is fair. It is like crimes and a lot of upsetting crimes, obviously, right? It is kind of like in crime drama, one of the phenomena that can be kind of observed is that it's some people find it almost like therapeutic if they, for example, themselves have been victim of a crime. That in these fictionalized circumstances, there's a chance for justice in a way that there isn't necessarily in real life. Which obviously for SVU makes a lot of sense because sexual-based crimes have very low conviction rates. Why is there a missing trapdoor here? Who knows? I'm gonna grab a trapdoor. We're just kind of running low on food, which is why we're doing the big run around with farming. Yeah, let's grab a trapdoor and fix that real quick. Also, I should probably have some more torches on hand because I have 0 torches. Strange. No torch moment. So yeah, restorative justice. Obviously, and in this view, a majority of the time, the rapists, the sexual assaulters, like, they get thrown in jail. So you kind of have like that vicariously living through situation for a lot of people who are affected by that. But there's also like other reasons why people watch shows like that. I personally like sort of the formulaic nature of shows like that, where you have, and also the found family in the middle of all of it. It's like a lot of high pressure situations, you get the teen, that kind of elements. But obviously, even something you love can have like significant flaws. And one of the things that I was most interested in with that show was like, how did they cover particular like minority groups? But yeah, as I mentioned, literally no one has ever analyzed this. There's quite a lot of, at least publicly, right? Everything here, what I'm saying, is about publicly available information. So people who didn't upload their thesis online or something, like, okay, sorry if you also wrote about this. But as far as I can like retrace, no one has ever written about it. There's quite a lot of writing about like how women are portrayed on the show, or how like sexual assault victims are portrayed, or like a variety of other things that are like connected, kind of, in that they talk about minorities, or they talk about gender, or they talk about some, but nothing about LGBT people except one thesis. But I cannot use this thesis because it is absolute garbage. I'm so sorry to the person who wrote it, but I'm also not sorry. Because I was like, okay, it's starting not too bad. It's specifically focusing on like percentage distribution of victims of sexual assault who are LGBT. But then, in this thesis, in the like foundational text where they outline their methodology and their uses, they are like, yeah, as they have a sentence which goes like, oh my god, I have screenshotted this because I was so mad at it. I was so pissed off. You are not gonna be believing what the fuck I'm about to read out, because it is actually insane. And then it's even more insane when this was published, because I want you to guess. Wait, let me see if I can, because I definitely sent this to Elle as like a screenshot bunker. Has image. There we go. We're getting into the right. There we go. Sexual orientation was coded in their like study in there, because this is like a more numbers-based statistical analysis type paper. Sexual orientation was coded as homosexual, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and undisclosed. Why is transgender a sexual orientation in this paper? Why is this happening? Okay, guess when this came out. Guess when this came out, chat. When was this thesis written? I want your guesses. Because I 2015, 2019, I wish. It was 2022! What the fuck were you doing, person, in 2022 describing transgender identity as a sexuality? What the fuck were you on about, bruh? Like, and this immediately discredits the entire fucking paper for me. This is a master's thesis that was successfully accepted, and I'm like, how could you make such a crucial base level mistake? Oh my god, I was so fucking pissed off, okay? I'm still pissed off, as you can tell. So yeah, basically no one credible has ever written about this topic. And I'm so mad at it. I'm so mad that this is the one other person who's ever written about it. I am so mad. Like, I cannot believe that. Because the concept was so interesting. It was like about literally like measuring how people, but it was very clear based on the methodology and the approach that A, the person doesn't know anything about the topic from personal experience, and B, goes at it from a, like, sociological approach rather than a media studies approach, which I am going at my paper, at my thesis, from a trans studies approach rather than a media studies approach necessarily, because I'm doing textual analysis more than necessarily media analysis, but still, I'm not disregarding, like, practices that are common in media analysis and media studies. This person completely disregards this, irrespective of the fact that they are like, yep, in 2022, I'm just gonna spread rampant misinformation that has already been outdated for more than 10 years by this point. Like, I mean, I know academia kind of moves a bit slow sometimes, but like, not 10 plus years slow. Because Jesus Christ. I'm literally analyzing an episode from SVU from 2009 that understands, like, more about this than this fucking paper. I was so fucking annoyed. But yeah, so I needn't have worried as a youngin' when I was starting my degree that I would have something unique to contribute, because I do. And certain other motherfuckers should not have contributed their fucking dumb shit opinions. Oh my god. Madge. I was very mad. I was Madge. Rip Bozo. Rip Bozo. Yeah, so, needless to say, I have a lot to say about the topic, and I'm very passionate about it. Like, this thesis is my baby. And so yeah, I'm more like inclined to, for sort of the structuring, to just not write about some of the more recent episodes and leave my analysis as is, rather than like try and fit everything in and then have to cut a bunch of my previous analysis because there's not enough page length. Which is crazy, by the way. Like, my longest previous academic paper was like 20 pages, and I'm like already over 30 right now. The minimum is 35. I'm at 34 right now, and I still have like a half of the episode I'm analyzing right now, plus obviously the conclusion, which also has quite a few pages. So I'm going a little insane. So that's kind of been my life, and for the past month, and continues to be so since I last saw you. I didn't really do that much except on Sunday, aside from spending like 6 hours with Elle doing when is it due. That is another issue. Like, as I told you boys on the Discord, I was originally planning to do, wait, is it undergraduate, master's? Undergraduate. It's a BA thesis. Honestly, I wish I had the length of a master's thesis to cover this topic, but like, you know. But yeah, I due to like my supervisors being the slowest motherfuckers ever to originally like sign my sign-up sheet to sign up for the thesis, my official start date was 8th of January, and you're meant to get 3 months, which put the official deadline on the 8th of April. Makes sense, easy peasy. But I was getting worried, like, oh, because the 8th of April is already in the next semester, that this would have some sort of impact, and I might have shorter than that time period because it would be in the next semester. So I wrote to the like examination office and went like, Monka, yeah, no, and wrote them like, hey, is this a problem? Like, I know I officially got the date written to by you, but I'm just worried that because it is in the semester after mine, after the one that I signed up in, that it would cause any issues. And I heard back from them, and they were like, yeah, if you should have maximum 3 months, which I know. And they were like, oh yeah, it should be before the 30th or the 31st, depending on given month, in this case the 31st, if you want to do a master's degree after, which I also do, and I'm not doing. So, okay. But then they mention, like, what is called Regelstudienzeit in German, meaning like estimated degree length. And it's kind of how long they think you will do this degree normally, which is 6 semesters, apparently. I don't know anyone who ever did it in that time. But for my degree, and my they raised that number significantly because of COVID. In my degree, you have to have like work experience and everything, so they were like, yeah, you know, we feel like it's kind of unreasonable to, you know, expect people to be able to just continue as normal during a global pandemic, so we're going to raise this amount. Because it's also related to like your ability to get student aid and everything. So they did this, which was kind of nice. But by this raised number, I'm currently in this semester at the number that they gave us. But next semester I would obviously be above it. So this random person from the examinations office writing, oh yeah, like it's related to your expected like time. I'm like, how? I've never heard about this. What the fuck? What? So I've emailed them and being like, what the fuck does this mean? Does this affect me? Because if it affects me, I have to finish this thesis by the 31st of March, end of this month. Which obviously would give me like a week less than I normally would get. And it's kind of been stressing me out. Like, I don't think I will be affected, but I don't know that I won't be, you know? So that's why I moved the extra stream I wanted to do this week to be the week after. Just because I'm kind of like, what if in 2 days they tell me like, they haven't gotten back to me by the way, because I already sent them a message like 2 days ago, but okay. That just in case I do only have until next Monday to finish my thesis, I will have to lock in like crazy. Instead of having another extra week to kind of polish stuff and be a bit more creative with stuff. So yeah, that's the deadline situation. It's kind of freaking me out because bureaucracy sometimes and in Germany is kind of fucking awful, low-key. Absolutely okay. If you really want to see how much I'm locking into my thesis, anyone who looks at my Steam activity, I have actually gotten every achievement in Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions now because I got the level 51, which was my final missing one. After I now have 155 hours. And then I was like, what other productivity tools do I have that still have achievements to reach? And I have another one called Virtual Cottage. It's also free. #slay. It's not as good as Spirit City by any means, but it's kind of neat. It's got a little lo-fi music, little timers. Virtual Cottage, yeah. The only thing I don't like about Virtual Cottage is that you only have one avatar. I'm like, Fishing the Abyss is good, I think. Wait, I don't know that one. Fishing the Abyss. Ooh! That's kind of hype. I didn't know this. Thank you. Added it. There's a demo too. Slay. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'll start Virtual Cottage. I had about 8 hours of playtime in it before I started it back up. Because I wanted the first achievement, which was like, have 8 hours. Not the first, but like one of the ones. Now I have 35.9 hours. Kind of awkward. Kind of yeah. And that's like the last few days only. Aware. So that's kind of like I do have it open sometimes without like working 24/7 on my thesis. I just have it on sometimes while I also take a break, but still, it's a pretty good indicator how many hours I'm just like working. But you gotta make some balance. You gotta have some joy. I mean, I'm having a lot of joy because I'm very passionate about my subject matter, but like, you know what I mean. You gotta have a bit of balance so you're not just working, even if it's something that you're having like a good time working on. So I had completely forgotten that this was already happening because my time sense is so poor at the moment. But on Sunday, it was actually the Terrible Influence Tour global live stream, which is Dan and Phil's tour, if anyone's wondering. Me and Toby went to the tour when I was in the UK. It was like one of the things we got up to, and it was super fun. It was really, really good. And I was very excited to see like the professional recording of it, and like they always do a fucking next level extra stuff, like pre-show, post-show, fucking a billion things. And it was such a lovely time. It was really fun. It was great. getting to see like all the details of the show like being filmed in 4K. Really, really fun. Great vibes. Peak. Really made me reminisce on like actually being there in person. And I could track it on Letterboxd, so I gave it a 5-star. Also, Placid Classic Duck Sim. Not sure there's achievements. Coming in with the idle ones. The other ones that I do, which is more like a play one, because like some idle games are a bit more about playing rather than about playing. You know what I mean? Ooh, interesting. Mayhaps. It does have achievements. It has 42 achievements. How? What does this duck get up to? Because like I'm at the moment very much into like the ones that have like timers, to-do lists and stuff, like utility tools. Doesn't like if they have an idle element, cool. If they don't, cool. Definitely like the productivity stuff. No, that's fair, yeah. Because it's just kind of helpful to put me in the mindset. And I was so excited. I was mostly thinking idle. Idle is great as well. I've been playing My Little Life a bit more because they've just come out with the farming update. That one's really good. And then I did finish Grove Fisher a while back, and I 100% did that. Very good if someone's looking. Like, I did get the game for free from the devs, but I genuinely do think it's a great game, and I finished it in 24 hours. There we go. Let's go around. Yeah, 5 out of 5 stars for the Terrible Influence filmed version of the tour. Really, really great. Good times. Been doing some video rewatches as well. Going with pure comfort. The funniest thing though was like one of the main things I was so excited to rewatch the show, but like this time recorded, was the song. If anyone doesn't know anything about Dan and Phil's previous tours, or generally their touring, is they always have a song somewhere in the show. Typically it's a big banger. And so that was also the case in Terrible Influence at the very end of the show. Absolute, literally club banger level, incredible song that is just dropped by them there. I'm gonna cook some taters. I'm gonna do like a stack of taters. There we go. And absolutely, we jammed the fuck out to that song during the tour, Toby and me did. And I was so excited to finally listen to it again. And it is a good recording, okay? Don't get me wrong, it's a pretty good recording. But for some reason, and I don't understand why, they made the executive choice to not have the original, like, live recording of the song in the filmed version, but have the studio version, which is just really auto-tuned compared to the original. So this was like a rare case of the song actually sounding better in person than it did in the recording, in the studio recording. I don't know what the fuck Sag. It's not like so bad, like I've gotten used to it sounding a bit different in the... It's mostly like a particular part of the song that just sounds like very different. But it's still such a banger. I've absolutely been listening to it non-stop. Like, someone put it up as an episode on Spotify because it's not officially released yet. And I've just been fucking looping that shit. Just having this club banger song about, like, parasociality playing while I'm doing my thesis. I'm like... Da 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 da. Like, it's iconic. It's so iconic. And it was such a joyous... Just such a joyous time. Big joy. Okay, let's do more. Like, the thing I want to do as well is, now that we're doing all of this farming, is we're going to do some big trading, guys. But yeah, that was such a nice time. So I spent like 6-7 hours with Elle doing reviews for my thesis. And then spent like, I don't know, 6 hours or something with like the pre-show and the actual movie filming, recording of the tour, and then they had an after party as well, which was very fun. And I'm like, man, such a joy, such a good time. Yeah, and then yesterday I had more physical therapy. Is there another missing trapdoor? I swear to fucking god. I thought I trapdoored this area well, but apparently I have not. To be fair, it is a very large field, so I excuse it. I excuse it. I gotta get more trapdoors though, I guess. I'm just gonna grab like the whole stack from the base because like I can't be bothered to walk back and forth like 800 times. Because apparently I missed more than one trapdoor. Boop, boop, boop. It's kind of hard to see though. God damn it. When all the crops are fully grown, so you know it's a decent time to fix any problems. Yeah, yesterday I had to get up very early to go to physical therapy, my second session. It's been quite nice. Hashtag slay. Also did grocery shopping. Good vibe. Doors. Yeah. This is part of what we do need to fix at some point, this arrangement here. Like, what the fuck? This is not exactly how it's meant to be. But we'll get there. Eventually. Now I'm kind of liking a bit of farming, a bit of farm core. All of that. Not reading that much at the moment. I'm kind of very slowly reading The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, which is quite nice so far. It's quite interesting. About a sci-fi book about like a misfit crew of people in a spaceship. Quite fun. I know that it's queer. I know there's like good rep allegedly. So exciting, but I'm just not reading that much right now as is because I'm writing so much. And I was reading a lot of stuff for my thesis before I've locked in on writing, so that is an addition to that. I've read more books this month, I think, already than I did in the entirety of January. So I'm kind of doing less reading. Doing some... Oh, I watched TV, chat. Oh my god, I watched TV. Kind of get some yippies. I watched an entire show. I want to read more. That is base as fuck. I read consistently, but I read every day, but I don't read a lot every day. Like some days I will read like one page, literally. Like that's always my goal, like read a page a day. And some days it really just remains with that one page. But other days I do read more. But right now I'm kind of like, you know, doing a lot more media consumption that's, I don't know, kind of nice to do as a bit of as a bit of like stress relief, I'd say. So less reading complex sci-fi. It's not that complex, but you know what I mean. I was reading a bit of that. I was reading a bit of Daughter of the Deep. It's kind of that vibe. Yeah, what did I watch? I watched, obviously, I've been rewatching the episodes I write about, so that's a given. Then I've been watching a bit of Scrubs. I'm on season 2. A bit of Abbott Elementary. I'm on season 4 there. I did finish watching Toxic Town, which I really liked. I think I talked about it last stream. It's only 4 episodes, so that's a very nice watch. And I was hyped. I started watching Invincible with my partner. Oh my god, everyone's telling me about Invincible these days. I really gotta get on it. I think I'd enjoy it. But I'm also not starting any long series at the moment for exactly the reasons of my thesis kind of taking up my brain. And me not wanting to... Because the worst thing I could think of doing right now is getting hyperfixated on something that is not my thesis and getting sidetracked. So I'm really preventing myself from doing that by not starting anything new. I'm just rewatching stuff or like anything that's like a short series. Like Toxic Town, only 4 episodes. They're like an hour long each. So like that kind of stuff is very manageable. And it's a closed story as well. So it's not like, oh, you're gonna get tempted to get really into like fan theories or like anything like that. Just the kind of vibes where it's a bit more closed circuit. Yeah, I do have a number of shows I'm gonna start once I'm finished, because then I have a bit more space in my brain. Oh. So what did I Yeah, Toxic Town, really liked it. And I was so happy because I thought that my favorite character in that show was only in it for half of it, but they bring him back. He's just not in one of the episodes, but like out of the 4 episodes, he's in 3. My boy Ted, who is not confirmed to be gay, sad hours. For a moment I was like, huh, since when did you have a partner? And so I saw Aether's message and it all made sense, City. Yeah, sorry. Surprise partner reveal. No, unfortunately not. I swear, like, so many people that I know are just, like, got cute-ass relationships, and I'm like, match. Not me, though. Not me. I'm just playing Minecraft. There we go. Oh my gosh, I saw a bit of, like, the new stuff for Minecraft, like, the cute ghasts. Like, I'm hyped, guys. I'm hyped. You're hyped about the cute ghasts? Baby ghast? Also, oh my gosh, they're starting to, like, to have Minecraft stuff in the supermarket where I live, and I'm like, yes! Slay. Somewhat, yeah, like, I didn't watch, like, too much, but I did catch a bit. I was hyped. Okay, I've got all of the word. Beetroot. Yippee! Grab more potatoes. I don't think I did all of the potatoes. They wouldn't have grown back this fast. I think I just skipped this area. There we go. Minecraft time. Oh yeah, right. Speaking of like short shows, I did watch another show which had a very unique episode length. This is a show called Karen Puree. I never know how to say her last name. Potatoes weren't speedrunning. They were not. If anyone knows the show, it's like a Scottish police drama. And it is apparently supposed to get another season. It only has 3 episodes, but the episodes are 88 minutes long. So like double the length of a normal hour-long TV show. Which I thought was kind of interesting. It's like watching 3 mini-movies. And it's quite interesting. It's about like, well, the titular character, Karen, who is trying to solve this 25-year-old cold case that happened in her town, or like near her town, because she's like put on the review team of this case because it hasn't been reviewed in like a good while, and there's now a person doing a true crime podcast about the case and kind of being like, why the fuck have they not reviewed it? So the police was like, oh no, bad PR, hey, let's have this review happen. And it has a great, like, my favorite character is a character called Mint. He's literally a golden retriever, like puppy boy kind of character. Excellent. Peak. And overall, quite a good show. Was enjoyable. Gave it 7 out of 10. The main thing that annoyed me was needless straight romance with no build-up, but you know, happens. Happens to the best of us. Like, I'm sorry, but it was such an unconvincing relationship. I could not get into it whatsoever. Oh, I'm gonna try and do some cleanup. Sorry! Oop. Sorry, I did not mean to kill the llamas. I just meant to kill the chickens! I'm sorry! And I killed just the chickens, not the llama. Llamas are in fire despair, I'm sorry. I just tried to clean up. I'm sorry. Yes, go in a corner where I don't hit anything else. Okay, I've chosen, instead of the flaming sword, I've chosen just the axe. That's a bit better. Sorry. Happens. Have roast chicken randomly. Now I've randomly feathers as well, don't mind that. There we go. Okay, boop. Now I think we could do some initial trading with the villagers. Vibin'. Yeah, Karen Fury, quite a fun time, 7 and 10. Also yapped with my mum, which is nice. Because both my mum and my dad's birthdays are soon, so I was kind of doing my little plans. Let's grab potatoes. Many taters, okay. Wait, what is soon? My parents' birthdays. They're both spring children. Yeah. My mum's birthday is in a few days, and my dad's birthday is also in a few days. So I'm kind of doing little plans and shit. Big excitement. Oh, other hype things. I finally finished my cardigan, chatters. Oh my god, it's been so long. I spent so long doing cross-stitch, embroidery, and then I had to sew, which I'm not a particularly good sewer. Oh my god, I forgot that this is the side width of the canyon. That's way too big. There we go. Yay, yeah. If you don't know, I had crocheted a cardigan in brown, and then I added with green a bunch of different like nature themed details on it, most of which is cross stitch, but some of which is embroidery in the back of it. The embroidery didn't turn out as good as I wanted it to because I'm not that good at it, but you know, you never learn. It was just because the man's an artisan always. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very happy about it though. But at first, like, because I used this water soluble like embroidery paper, which you stick on, it's sticky on one side, and then it has the pattern that you're following, and then you wash it off. But I only like cursory washed it off, and it kept being like weirdly stiff, the fabric, and it really annoyed me that it would feel like all scratchy. So then I looked up online, like what could I do? And apparently you had to soak it for a really long time. I didn't do that at first. So I did do that now, and it does, I'm hopeful. It's just still drying because it's not like it's a billion degrees right now. It's just like, yeah, and I can't hang it up like a traditional piece of clothing because I'm just worried about it like stretching weirdly or losing its shape. So kind of have to go but the slow route and have it like lying, like dry while it's lying down. So hashtag slay. Good. Don't die, yeah. I hate when it's all foggy because then it's just hard to see. Yeah, that might happen. Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to prevent that. Foggy school IRL. Yeah. In real life, it is cool. It is quite neat. But I'm very excited about it because that means I'm actually done with this project. I've had 2 projects that I've continuously worked on for like 6 months. But now we're finally done with one of them. Yippee! Just need to wait for it to dry and then I can start wearing it. Just in time for spring. And I even sewed on like pockets on the front. Honestly, I really should do like a proper, like, I don't know, sewing class or something, because my weakest craft that I use frequently, or that I do frequently, is sewing. I'm not very good at like, ooh, hello, gentlemen. I'm not very good at making it look like neat and uniform. Or like particularly stable, yeah, but like it's not very aesthetically pleasing. But a lot of the projects I've been doing do require some level of sewing, unfortunately. So I kind of want to try and get better at it, you know? Especially because I keep seeing these TikToks of this one girl, a lady, who makes like such cool, unique clothes by like via sewing. So I'm like, oh my god, I really want to get better at that, you know? Mostly just because I think custom clothes is the sickest thing ever. I'm just gonna grab the potatoes and the beetroot. We do trading. But I've been thinking, because I have 2 other projects that I bought via BP. I have 2 other projects that I bought yarn for. One being another cardigan, because I just love a cardigan, guys. One is a, like, another Granny Square type cardigan, because the other project I still haven't finished yet is assembling my checkerboard cardigan, and that is because sewing. And I was really focusing on finishing the other cardigan first. But I still have that one, and I have yarn for 2 projects I haven't started yet. One being a sunflower Granny Square cardigan. So it's green Granny Squares with like sunflowers on them, and they look so fucking cute. But I'm kind of like, do I want to do another Granny Square project if I haven't even finished the last one I was working on? And then the other one is learning a completely new technique of crochet called tapestry crochet, specifically for a pattern that makes a tote bag of baby Snoopy, and it looks so cute. But I'm also a bit like, new thing to learn, you know? But I think if I would know this technique, I could do a lot of things without having to do sewing as much. So it would be kind of based as fuck. But yeah, I haven't decided yet. I have the yarn for both, so #slay. Yeah, what I wanted to do really quickly was use some of my plethora of bread to give these guys a bit of a boost. About 2 stack. Just gonna sneakily spy at them. Okay, you're doing it. Leek, have another baby. Leek, baby time. Pleek. Who are you? I forgot you're here. Pleek. Have a baby. Wait, that sounded like a baby. Hello. Is it baby time? Yes, that looks like a baby, right? Old. Important. Yes! Let's go. W. W, baby. I done all the potatoes, because I know somewhere, let me hold this, because yeah, none of you do, but somewhere in the hills, is it you? Yep, it's you, bitch. There is a guy who does beetroot trades. Yump. He also does melon now, that's nice. Based as fuck. Wait. I will just leave him here. I had a gaff. Okay. Go back. Wait, we have 61 emerald. Pretty good. Not bad haul. Let's go. That's kind of been the vibe. Boop boop. Do you want to know one of the weirdest things? Like, obviously I'm not going to talk too much about like my conclusions for my thesis before it's like been accepted, obviously. But one of the things that I find the most baffling, okay, that is definitely going to be like in my conclusion. It's a minor fact, but it's just like bizarre. That certain things kind of make sense in how they evolve from like the early episodes I analyzed to like later ones in terms of like what terminology is used, like what kind of sort of stereotypes are more prominent or which ones are less and stuff like that. But the one thing that's so far incredibly inconsistent is actor choice. As in, what is the identity of the actors portraying trans characters on this show? Because you'd be like, right? It's very inconsistent. If like, okay, let's take a trans female character, right? You have a trans woman here. Sometimes they will have a character like that be played by a cisgender actor, so a man playing this character then, But sometimes they will use a cisgender actress, so a cis woman playing a trans woman. But then they've also had trans characters being played by trans people as well. So I'm like, what is even going on? They've had literally all of these. Like sometimes in the same episode, they will have a character who's played by a trans actor, but then sometimes not a trans actor. But then yeah, like sometimes it's like the identity of the actor matches the identity of the character, but they're just cis. But sometimes it just doesn't match at all. And then other times they have like, it's just very bizarre. Like, there's no logic there because they will just have. It's not even like, oh, in the early episodes they did it like this, and the later ones they did like that. They just completely do it like whatever in each episode. Whoops, sorry. I don't even know. But I was hyped that one of the examples they did have a trans actor playing a trans character. That was exciting. That was hype. Also, weirdly, okay, this is kind of a funny statistic that I just thought of, right? There is a higher percentage of trans characters being played by actors from the show The L Word than there are trans actors playing trans characters so far. That's kind of sad, but it's true. Yeah, I obviously don't know for the other episodes yet because I don't remember who played the characters there, like the ones I haven't analyzed yet, but it's really funny to me. Like, not in like haha funny, but like kind of sad funny. Jenny was like, why is there multiple people from the L Word in SVU episodes playing specifically trans characters? So I looked up if there was any crossovers in like staff behind the scenes or anything, like writers carrying over or something. Nothing. Dunno. I've never watched the L Word, by the way, but my stepmom's quite a big fan. Well, I know. On that show also, apparently from what I've read, has a trans mask character that it treated absolute like dog shit, allegedly, based on kind of what I've seen floating around. So I don't know, is it a show I really want to give a shot again? It was a product of its time, it ended in 2004, but still, you know, maybe. Because apparently they do try to like fix the problems later on, who knows. I don't know, this is all me like yapping about a show I've never seen. I just was like, oh, I recognize like the name of the show. Kind of wild. So I'm interested in, I'm keeping like a statistics tab for like not really fun facts, but like quote unquote fun facts for my conclusion. In terms of like repeating themes. The L Word one isn't on there. This is just a fun, quote-unquote, fun fact for you. I still love this area. If you don't know, we last built this waterfall section here. Ooh. There we go. And it turned out really cool. It looks like this. I'm so happy with how nice and blue this turned out. But like not unrealistic blue. Watery blue. We obviously haven't done too much of the surrounding landscaping very well. It's a bit choppy here and there, but I'm still very happy. It looks like this. And it goes all the way to up here. It's kind of where it springs from. All the way up here. Ta-da! I do love this. I think it's so good. I'm gonna take another picture. I haven't really finished too much, but yeah, this is the one border here of this area. And then the other border being this path, basically. But I kind of wanted, as you can see by that line, to have like another part of the path diverge from about here. So I'm gonna do that now, I think. Because this path here, yes, is a path, but this is not meant to be the border, so... Because it would mean splitting this building in half, and I don't like that, but Alright, do we have anything here? Dirt. Sand. Brick. Okay, because we need these blocks. We need mud bricks and we need oak planks. Sort of oak wood.
In the doorway of a tacky tourist store, whiling away
Oh, I forgot.
those warm enchanted evenings, riding
Wheat pack mud.
of some
Thankfully, a lot of the wheat has grown back. I just made everything to bread without even thinking about it.
collection
Get sniped!
and feelings. You happen to feel like
You belong in the bin, Mr. Tin.
I say,
Getting smarter, the bots.
although it gets hard, it keeps some order
There we go.
among those
Nom 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 nom.
souvenirs.
There we go. Chomping.
It amazes me some the way we've become such postcard lovers, divided by the oceans and the years.
There we go. Let's make as much as we can. Hopefully. How are you, chatters? What's been going on with you? I was just thinking about this today because I was talking to my family about it. They're all like, yeah, like what's gonna happen once you're finished with the degree and stuff, and then we kind of like have some chat sometimes. I was thinking about this, like, I have some plans, but they don't necessarily involve me going into what I've been most passionate with research, because kind of a difficult area, especially because my expertise isn't particularly German, like queer and trans media or like studies. It's more like international. And there really isn't that much. There's like gender studies as a master's, but I'm not really like, gender studies is typically a combination of like queer and trans studies with women's studies or like femininity studies or something like, and while I think that's interesting, that's not really my like interest area or like my academic focus point. These guys always crack me up. They're just like bouncing in the water section. So I wouldn't really want to. And of course, those masters are also, if they're in Germany, typically in German, which I could not do a German language master's at this point. My German's just not good enough anymore. I don't think it ever was, because I did like very little in German at uni. I very much always picked the English electives, and my major is obviously in English, so everything's in English. And I wouldn't want to either. It's not even a question of like, I don't think I can, but I don't think I want to, you know? There we go. So it would be like Ripozo bought by. This is such a vibe song, chat. Slay. Absolute iconic. Stacey Kent playing. Okay. Because this is the path here. You can see this is a lot. I'm gonna actually make this into slabs as well, just so we have maximum range. Maximum range, guys. Activate. We're gonna use some landscaping, I think, to make sure that which path is meant to be like the more dividey one. I'm thinking, I saw this really cool build, which was kind of like high beds, so like walls, and in the middle, what's the word? In the middle, like, what are they called? Beets? Not beets. Just like farmland, basically. And I thought that looked really neat, so I do want to try and replicate that if possible. let's try this direction. Okay, so we're kind of like... Okay, I do have sandstone here. I can kind of do this. And follow that direction. Okay, wait. It's too steep here. Line up here. Try and sleep first. Sleep time. Hiya, hi Jay, how are you? Let me actually make some sandstone slabs real quick, just to smooth that out a bit more subtly. Good, thank you, how are you? I'm pretty good. Stressed because of my academics, but we ball. But yeah, anyway, point being, I was talking kind of about feeling a bit not sad, but kind of thinking about the fact that sort of the research focuses I've had and the things that I'm most passionate about in academics are not really something that I'm like directly pursuing after my degree. Because it's difficult. Maybe I'll do. Maybe I'll write a book. Who knows? I think these things are super interesting, but there isn't that much avenues. Unless I wanted to become like a professor or something. Oh man, I feel that. I finished uni last September, I have a degree, I have no clue what to do with a 90-page script that has just gone straight on the back foot. Real as hell, real as hell. Yeah, because I love my topic and I think it's so... There's so much there and it's such an interesting thing, but unless you go into academia, there really isn't that many avenues. Or you do like publications, I guess. Become an author. It'll get better, just gotta keep the passion in whatever way you can. Yeah, I'm very, very into, like my baby, you know? My thesis is so my baby, which is why I'm like struggling. And I've decided if I can avoid cutting stuff, I will. Sort of path here. How long have you had this hardcore? Since before Minecraft 1.21 came out? How much playtime do we have? I have no idea, honestly. 3.5 days. I think... I don't know. I could look it up in my spreadsheet. Hold on. Hardcore. This is my first hardcore world, so... Oh wait, hold. Go here just in case. Let me look. 2023, June. We played a good amount until October of 2023, then took a break until June 2024. And since June 2024, I've played like very actively. Oh damn! Can I keep a hardcore world? Blah, blah. No, I like for literally 2+ years. Never played hardcore because I was so worried I'd lose it. So I think I was like kind of well prepared by the time I ended up starting one. Okay, there we go, and then it's going this way. Ta-da! Not bad. Just gonna add some extra bits just to make sure this part kind of makes sense. There we go. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, it's a good way to play it. Happens. I'm pretty happy with this one, especially. It's like it kind of took me a while to get like invested in it, if that makes sense. So that was another reason why I didn't play that much when I first got it, because I was like, I'd come off of like a survival world that I've had for a really long time, so kind of those factors together made me first time playing hardcore, and also having just had like a world that I played for like a year and a half, and then I had like a particular theme and vibe and everything, so I was a bit like, I don't really know what I want this one to be like. But now I have gotten that idea, and I've gotten sort of a vision creatively, and that's really helped me be invested in it. And be even more careful, because I don't want to lose what I've built, obviously. That's kind of made it a very fun challenge. There we go. This is meant to be our divider here. There we go, and then you go through. This is not meant to be like this exactly. Are you a builder? I can't remember anything when I was something to go off like an image or something. I am a builder. Yeah, this one particularly, I'm trying to kind of challenge myself a bit more of building original designs and doing certain things kind of a bit more off the cuff. Okay, I'll show you this, which I'm very happy with. We did this last time. This was, I did a little bit of like the block palette and water flow tests, but the actual design I did like entirely in hardcore here without doing like a full pre-planned build. And a lot of these like bigger projects here I do like plan out in creative, and I do use like Litematica sketches, but yeah, this I did this entire waterfall here with kind of overflowing bits, goes all the way up and kind of has these sections here, and I'm super happy about it. I only just like looked for the block palette in the water. I did a bit of a test in creative, and yeah, testing these waterfall parts in the back once, how the water would flow in the way that I would like, but everything's, you should be, it looks so pretty, thank you. Yeah, so this, every kind of Minecraft world, there's something else I learn or I do for the first time. Like some I learn more like different farms and utility builds kind of, and others I try to challenge myself with different kind of building styles or different disciplines. And as a relatively young Minecraft player in terms of how long I've played the game. I've only played for, I think this year it'll be 4 years. So at first I very much worked off of like following tutorials a lot. But then now I'm starting to get into the realm of being able to design my own stuff because I know the techniques a lot better. So this kind of stuff. The one thing I don't know very well, and that's kind of my main challenge for this hardcore world, is landscaping, terraforming, like nature building. I normally never do this, so that waterfall is kind of like one of my first projects I've ever done that tries to quote-unquote look natural. Or sort of natural, like natural plus. One of the things I definitely need to do a lot is more of a survival-based play. My friends love it because I just get all their resources. That is based as fuck. I love survival too, like don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want every world I play to be hardcore. There we go, this is a build time. One of the things I definitely need to do a lot more is terraforming this mountain to be, you know, more consistent. Like you can really tell that I phoned it in. So cool, thank you. I phoned it in. Once you hit the back here, like this is very steep on the sides of this waterfall. The waterfall doesn't prove it, but it's still very steep, and in the back here as well, it's not really blended in to anything. And there's also this entire huge mountain that I removed, and that is just a flat bit of land right now. That's also really not meant to be like this, but yeah. The terrain here is kind of a lot. I've been teaching my dad to play, he's really taken to building. That is so epic. I am definitely good at terraforming. I'm really struggling with it, but like, you live and you learn. And one of the things I definitely want to get into is kind of like custom trees, custom, yeah, like lakes, waterfalls, this kind of stuff. Because we live in a desert, man. Like we gotta have some cool nature to kind of pop in that nice, like, simple canvas. But I definitely do want to keep the desert still as a central part of my builds here. It's not meant to be like, oh, I'm covering up the entire island and you can't even tell that we live in the desert. More like work with that. So this area here kind of has this, inspired by like Moroccan architecture, kind of. A lot of these are like inspired. These are not meant to be like exact realistic architectural works, but yeah, just inspired. And then we also have that more like Neo-Greek inspired area with all the, let's see, can I not die? W. And yeah, with all these pillars here, and I've overgrown. Ooh, love that. Don't tend to see people go for a desert biome for home base. Yeah, I thought it would be such a good challenge because for the last several Minecraft worlds, I always kind of end up being in a plains biome or like near a forest or something, and kind of ended up feeling like I'm building a lot of different, like a lot of the same types of builds. Very like cottage, very kind of that energy, and I wanted to challenge myself. And I started this hardcore world when 1.20 came out, and I wanted to go somewhere with camels. So we searched, like, this is such a far out base. This is 12,000 blocks away from my world spawn. We wandered a long time to find a desert big enough to really build in. So I'm quite attached. I'm quite attached at this point. Other things we've done is not that much really. We've got the starter base, we got the storage area, 12,000. Yeah, it was a long trek. It was like the first stream or second stream we did was genuinely just walking for like 4 or 5 hours. So yeah, we have this. This is a storage area, by the way. It's not really filled out quite yet with chests, but it has this like compass structure with a lot of barrels in the middle. What I wanted to, like an open-ended, open-air storage. Then we have the other thing here is a clay farm, also open air, of course. We have those two. Then, of course, everything here: the starter base, the castle on the hill, waterfall. And then the only other significant thing is we transformed this island to be a crop island. I really want a windmill on it eventually, or behind it, but that's gonna be a long time until we get to that. It's just a big farmland with all of the vanilla crops. But then if we follow this way is the direction to my XP farm in the ocean. Kind of like a staple. I always go for an ocean XP farm because you can go with a really simple design, like literally just like an all-in-one XP farm, like cube in the sky with a ladder. But if it's over an ocean, it really fucking works. So I think I'd like to get more into incorporating redstone to build, but it's so daunting. Oh, don't tell me about it, man. Like, I really don't understand redstone at all. I read the Minecraft redstone books, okay? I still don't fucking get it, beyond like really simple stuff. That's another thing I also really want to try and get more into. Like, openable doors, me too. Yeah, like, I feel like I'm not a very sciencey guy. I'm a language guy. I'm a, you know, like, I was that English, like, nerd in school. I was not very good at the sciences. Bad at maths. I'm also really bad at, like, physics, chemistry, anything. I could, like, do some passable computer science, but that was kind of it. And so for me, it's like fucking rocket science. Anything complex in redstone. I just follow tutorials when it comes to redstone powered farms. And even that feels like an accomplishment to me. Maybe one day, yes. One day later, I will make like an openable door. Definitely the point where I can make, like I can now finally start making my own original build designs. Build whole what computers, that is insane. Yeah, like bro. I can finally get to the point of making like my own custom, aesthetically custom build designs. I could not get custom farms. I will just follow a tutorial. I'm so serious. My ass is not there. That is beyond my capabilities. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. You never need to learn with the craft. Okay, I do like this, but I want to add some extra nature bits. I'll have... Okay, now let me... bit of decoration here. Leaves. Gotta go make some dinner. Looking great. Have fun rest of the stream. Of course. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much for stopping by and chatting. I really had a great time. I just love other people also really into Minecraft, so always love an opportunity to yap. So it's one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game. Apps. So let's grab a little bit. And I'm gonna ignore the trees. The trees are not meant to. This is decorative. Times. I run out of moss? Really? Seriously? Oh my god. Moss time! Moss time, moss time, moss time! Step on the moss. That makes you happy. I don't know, I just like that it's more vibrant in the desert rather than the grass, which kind of looks a bit like dead. Try and see if there was still some moss in the back in the area. I really need to make a moss farm at some point. I had to gaff right now. It's not that much of an effort to go here. It's a bit of an effort, alas. It was like here, and then there was like some bits back further. Oh no, here's fine. There we go, now we should be fine for now at least. They don't drown, that would be embarrassing. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-da. Let's see. You never know really with certain things where it'll take you. Both in Minecraft and in life. We do that and then we're gonna play some checkout. There we go, nice. Not too bad. Oh, that torch. Really don't ignore that torch. I'll add some torches along this path. Eventually we won't have torches here everywhere, but for now, not too bad, like kind of a subtle path. The idea is to move everything that is farm stuff, like trees, like this shit, like this farm, yeah, that's fine, but like this stuff is meant to be off the property, this area. For us to probably move the animals, but not now, not now, lads. Net happening. We need to expand these chests on. But not today. We're not gonna do storage shit. Happy, we did a bunch of farming and we did the path. We'll fix like the stuff that's not right another time. Path now is here in the back. That. quite nice. And then we have this little section, which I might separate the other half of this a bit differently, but who knows. I think that's quite cute. We have this whole area. Like this section here. Maybe build some here, I don't really know. Maybe like some sort of wall actually might be nice. Let me do like before we go to before we go to check out, let me do like a little trial of what I was thinking. This is our a little trials here. Okay, what I wanted was fuck's it. Who knows? Wait. Let me clear myself real quick. What I thought was, okay, let me think. A bunch of various things. That's that other area that we don't want. We don't want redstone. Not redstone, but red sandstone. But it's sandstone, like regular sandstone. Then it's oak and birch. It's like very light. And let's see what would fit that energy, that aesthetic. I think that would work. Maybe. Because what I've seen is this is kind of inspired by this bucket. Let me try and cook here. It's hypothetical. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I'm actually gonna use regular sandstone rather than smooth sandstone just so it differentiates a bit better. I just have a block that looks different enough. What I've seen was kind of like this concept. 3, 6, 7, 8. Let's try to make a square here. Kind of like this. Okay. 3, 3. Like I picture this, like maybe this height. This is the cube, the big cube. Okay, hold it. I'm gonna try if I like that idea as kind of like a wall vibe, not like a full wall, if that makes sense. Like kind of a bit more segmented. Okay, let's... Just gonna fill this with water for ease. This time I'm not working off a direct image, I'm just kind of working on an idea. Picture this. No, that's not where I want that. this is not right. What am I doing? Not happy with this. Look at this. What this depth? Let's picture this. Obviously it's not meant to be like this looking, it's meant to fill out here. Put this in for the vibe. You know what, I actually do like it to be narrow, like level with the crops here. Too lazy to move like all the crops and the dirt one block taller, so I'm just gonna make it shorter. Hey, I picture this. Let's say we have this. Then I have this like, that's not what I want. Oh my god. Just like one block lower here. Like this. Do you see my vision, chat? Like high agriculture section, like raised up like this. And obviously not exactly like this, but this kind of energy. And then kind of like descend that to, let's say, hypothetically somewhere like here, and then have, as if this was kind of like drainage, have this come out. Obviously this would not be like this low on the ground, but picture it. Say there was like a lake section down here. Like this. Yes. Like the vision, yes, yes. Kind of this vibe. Then wait. Let me see. It's the copper. And then have like this on the side. Huh? Do we like it? Like, picture more copper accents. And this kind of is like a dividing areas section. And make it look nicer than whatever I've just made, but like more detail, more texture, more everything. Like this kind of energy. Like, yeah. Right. Larger scale, different scaling, different size, more detail, more different crops. I'm thinking like this kind of pipes, but maybe slimmer kind of pipes. Stairs. I'm thinking what kind of shape we could make. I really try with my pipe design here. Trapdoor. Kind of like this, obviously different shape. Would be in a larger scale kind of pipe situation. I think this is quite cool as an idea. Like raised farmland with different like designs, maybe like fencing. How would that look? Kind of like something like this. I'm just experimenting. I don't really know exactly how we'll make this in real life, but ooh, we're testing looking. Yeah, I'm thinking of adding some sort of raised farmland as a divider. So picture like a lot of these, and then also have river sections from like pipes that come out of different areas. I saw like something similar a while ago, and I thought that would look maybe kind of cool. I don't know about the fences though. Like, it's not the scale that I want it to be at, but this is just a test. Similar to how we did these for the waterfall. This is not the scale of the waterfall either, but I don't like that. I'm still trying to figure out how I want this, like, raised bed effect to look. I don't know if I tried, like, having it submerged, like having one block taller, but I didn't like that. Maybe I could do slabs. Always kind of a strong idea. Yes! Wait. Slay. Yeah, like on the outer bits. And then, obviously here's like the connector. Yes! Wait, and then our pipes. Kinda neat. Okay, I like this idea. I like this idea. I was trying this out because I want to use that for... Show real quick. For on this side of the land, because obviously we have the paths here, which are like rough basic connector like separation sections, and I expanded the path here because this path that leads to this build here is not meant to be the end of this area, it's just a path. So this divide is going to become more prominent because that is in fact meant to be a divide. But on the other side I thought instead of a path, like picture from about this, that's the like dividing point, about here, like picture on this side, like all the way across, like maybe a little bit high honestly, maybe like yeah, past this tree, have these kind of like areas, maybe square, maybe rounded, I don't really know yet, that are raised farmland, and have that go all the way alongside to here, right down here. Maybe follow this line, I don't really know, but certainly have it as another more like, it's not just like a wall, but kind of has like a purpose as well, and I feel like will look interesting aesthetically. Don't really know where exactly I'm going to start it or how exactly it's going to end up looking like, but I think it's a cool concept that we just came up with. Boop. Okay, enough Minecraft. Fun time. Bit of leisure chilling, but now we're gonna do a little bit of checkout, not like a crazy amount because I do have my 1 day of work tomorrow and I still want to work more on my thesis, of course, so, and I have to have dinner. Many reasons. I got very into the Minecrafting though, I had such a great time getting some progress done, getting some vibes done. If you don't know, check out, it is a game about being a cashier, shocker. And it's all about fitting things into people's grocery bags in the best way possible, while also making sure you don't get their produce wrong. You have to look that up in a book. Hello. There's a wanted poster. Wanted, looking for someone to pretend to be my girlfriend for one evening. Dinner, movie included, paid gig. Contact me for more details. Oof. Ripbozo. There's a post-it note on top of the out of order sign. When will this be fixed? I need my daily diet soda. The inside of the machine is completely filled with water. A couple fish swim by. Better not press anything. Oh. Pro tip! Come a little early the day after Valentine's Day to get chocolate half off. It can last for months, so I stock up. Probably be more focused on getting a girlfriend than getting discount chocolate, but here we are. That's real as fuck. He's so real. My inbox is full. I have 20 voicemails and 2 meetings this afternoon, but today I don't care. My boyfriend and I get sex and marathon superhero movies on Valentine's Day. Everything else today doesn't matter. Aw, that's cute. There's a stack of books. A History of World War II, Ancient Greece, 1984, The Art of War, interesting mix. Indeed. Someone's going through it. And someone is spreading rumors about the freezer situation again. This is why we use a buddy system for all freezer-related activities. Okay, bro. Sure. My ex-wife got remarried a few years back. We're friends on Facebook, so I see her Valentine's Day posts. He goes all out with the flowers, chocolate, fancy dinner, weekend trip. I feel sorry for the sap. This is way too expensive for just one holiday. Damn. Well, which one of you is married to your ex-wife right now? Not you, Keith. There's a book titled Cybersecurity for Dummies and one titled Hacker's Handbook. Underneath is a blueprint for the Cooper's store layout. Damn. Bro is not subtle. There's a leather pouch of herbs, Luna moth wing, Chara's eggs, ice wraith teeth. Okay. There's an open heart shaped chocolate box. All of the chocolates are gone. Damn, that is cold. I finally asked Julie out on a date. I've been talking with my ex from high school, but she wants to make things work with her husband. I think it'd be cool to date someone at work. It's convenient. Is it though? Is it a good idea? There's a movie on, a man out in space having a sudden realization about time travel. Probably not a great movie to start halfway through, as you have no idea what's going on. I got me a mighty purty girl. Ah, Greg. She's a nurse, so she's real smart. I got 100 of her favorite flowers in our apartment to surprise after work. Okay, that's cute. I don't know why she's with me, but I ain't gonna complain. Now, maybe he just says pretty weirdly, but to me, I read it as perky, and I was like, that is a weird way to describe a person. It's level 13, guys. Some flowers. I imagine it's going to be a lot of flowers today. And candy. Because it's apparently Valentine's Day. Look at the date. Grab that cash. Yippee! Oh, did I do something wrong? Oh shit. Slow. Spare. Crash again. Let's go, goated. I got so much red today. That's a lot of red. Oh, wait. Definitely scanned that one already. I'll run if I scanned that one already. No problem. I don't think I did, but I'm sure. Sorry for lurking the whole stream. I have this test tomorrow estimating. No worries, King. We love lurkers. Do not fret. Where the fuck are the mushrooms? There they are. 46, 48. Cabbage. Have fun gaming, good luck with your thesis, I'll catch you next stream. There we go. Bye! Good luck on your test. Thank you for being here, I appreciate it. Can I be a bit better at dragging stuff? Do want to try and get like a single color in a bag. I think that'd be fun. Have like everything connect. But that's kind of difficult, I think. Boop, card. Play. Yeah. Come on, we got this. Next leg. Still mad about that one thesis being so outdated and inaccurate. I'm not using it out of spite now. And that one is orange. on, we can do it. Come on, we can do one more. Eek. Do a bit more. Oh. I don't think that was particularly good. 6 duplicates? Damn, I was really sloppy. Better chosen my school. Ugh. Yeah, like redos I'll do off stream, I think. Because you can select particular levels. Okay, let's do one more, chat. And then we're good for the day. To convert the Imperial system to the metric system, what about someone would need this? I don't know. Note written line paper below the order sign and the post-it note. Why is this not fixed yet? I've been waiting for months. Someone is trying to sabotage my routine. Someone swapped out all the usual snacks with bananas. People are not going to be happy about this. I'm on my 3rd break today so far. I've only been here for 2 hours. Well, it's a slow day. I'll make up for it on a busy day. If I remember. Or if someone reminds me. Actually, let's be real. I probably won't. That's real as fuck, David. The printed guide on how to get good at a popular kart racing game. The author is Karina. Felicity. Today I'm scheduled to work, my body needs rest. This is my 2nd week in a row with no days off. I do not care that I'm a manager. Brian does nothing all day, and they say nothing about it. I deserve a break for my hard work. Sure. Everyone's just in the gaff era. There's 3 empty bottles of wine hidden in the back of one of the shelves in the alcohol section. I asked to see the security footage, but Alex is avoiding me. How am I supposed to explain what happened to corporate? I think someone here is out to get me. Sure. There's a transparent purple handheld gaming device with a blue monster game inside. It is in pretty pristine condition. Josh and I went out on a date. I know, it's very cliche. The pretty girl and the hot guy start dating. How was it? Okay, I guess. I don't watch sports, and he doesn't watch any shows, so we didn't have much to talk about. Rip Bozo. Struggles of straight people. Funds are kinda tight this month, so I picked up some extra shifts. I also loaned one of my bandmates some money. Seems like everyone is on hard times nowadays. You can't just never get ahead, that's real. There's a Spanish telenovela on. A car is running up the side of a mountain. There's 20 different angles of the same scene being played over and over again. There's a note. I've cross-referenced all employee schedules, camera footage, and witness testimonies. This is your last chance. There's a note over the coffee machine about coffee. You need to go to the store. So there I was, hiding behind cover, watching his every move, waiting for my moment to strike. I was tense. I held my breath. And then he put the item back on the shelf. I was ready to confront him. He must have sensed my authority around the corner. So true. Another shift. Let's go. My pumpkin again. 47:35. Onion blue. You right? 40. Yep. Yippee! Yes, I remember the pumpkin code. Yippee! Person really likes pumpkins, huh? Or 2 whole fat pumpkins. Lock in, guys. Of locking in. You were 47. Two. Head on. Power. Pumpkin I know now, because I've had too many fucking pumpkins. What are you, tomato? Yes. Apps. A peach or an apricot? I can't tell. Is it apricot? On. Never tell if that's 1 or 2 or 7. Sorry, it is 1. that one. Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Never had this one. Okay, you. You. That looks. This turnip looks so much longer than you think it should be. Eek. Go with you. No time to do the rest, but I can get at least that little bit of bonus points extra in. Let's go. Not bad. And we didn't do any many mistakes. Yippee! Maybe we got a sticker. Let's go. Potion bottle. Slay. Yeah, any levels where I don't get 3 stars, I think I will just do off stream because there is an achievement to do every shift like perfect. So I do want to try and get that. There we go. But yeah, that was pretty fun. I'm pretty hungry now and want to still do some stuff before bedtime. But thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Had a great time yapping with you boys and catching up. I will let you know in case I do that stream on Sunday, but that's only like pretty much if the whole thing with my deadline is actually the 8th and not on the 31st. Just to, you know, keep my sanity, because if I do have to hand it in on Monday, I will have to like absolutely crank maximum amount of work into it in that time. So until then, if I will hopefully know this by the end of this week. But if I do have that deadline on the Monday, I'm gonna like absolutely be like working 24/7 nearly for the last 2 days. If not, I'm have a bit more leisure approach opportunities, and then we will do that stream I talked about on Sunday. But right now, it's not on the schedule. But an actually is on the schedule. It's Friday. We're going to be continuing the Deeper Underground Turmoil DLC. And also, of course, our Stardew Valley playthrough. We're in Year 2 summer. And that'll be at 6 PM GMT. Very exciting. Good vibe. Thank you so much for being here. I had a blast. I will send you to Yaki, who's playing Little Big Planet. Kind of a goated vibe. Go over there, have some time with some fun little retro gaming, good vibing, and I will be back on Friday for the Stardew and for the Turmoil. aka Huggies, bye. Can Raccoon leave? Raccoon leave, enjoy, and until then.